Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I say good morning on a rainy Thursday. And your Pratte Pack is at it again. So last night, after I got home after a very long evening, I find out that the school board in Aliquippa has decided not to bring back football coach Mike Smianik, who will remain the athletic director until June 30th. The story at timesonline.com by Tom Davidson today. But I want to talk about the man, Mike Smianik. Listen, for 20 years I did play-by-play. For 20 years I was on television, and I have spent some of my most memorable nights with high school football coaches. And I have many of them that are my closest friends, who without them, I don't think I would even be close to being the broadcaster that I am today, and definitely the human being that I am today. And if I went down the list, we would be here for a very long time. But I want to talk about the Aliquippa connection that obviously starts with Dawn Yanessa, who you have seen with me many times do videos, and there is not a, I think, more important person to anyone's life that loves high school football in Western Pennsylvania than that man. I mean, he wrote the book, let's face it. And a part of his staff was a young teacher, very intelligent teacher, literature teacher, Mike Smianik. Mike now resides with his lovely wife in Mount Lebanon, and Mike was always there for the game. You understand? The game. And if you talk to the guys that work with me for those 20 years on television at Rhino Productions, when we were everywhere throughout Western Pennsylvania on a Friday night high school football sideline or in the studio after a very long weekend, all you had to do was simply say, "Hey, Mike, would you stop by?" And when I started doing these Facebook video blogs 5 years ago, and there have been thousands of them because of the connection of high school football, I wanted to do something that the audience could connect to. So I made a call. I'm in the parking lot at Coons Market in Hopewell, and they're practicing. And I said, "Mike, do you mind if I..." "No, absolutely not. Come on over." And I did. And it was like I had seen him just yesterday, but in reality it was years before. I will always respect a man who was a great teacher of the game, but also a great teacher in the classroom. And to me, public education and teachers are the best thing that this world has to offer, and they don't come much better than Mike Smianik. I understand the hands of time stand still for no one, and sometimes it's just best for two entities to go their separate ways, but there will never be a better way on the football sideline, on the basketball court, or in the classroom than Mike Smianik, who I consider a close friend. And for the thousands that are watching this, I'm sure, yes, you too, if you have any connection to high school football, King football in Western Pennsylvania, and you know Mike Smianik, you'll echo my sentiments. And I mean, there have been some greats from Aliquippa. Good friend Mike Ditka, and other people that I have met along the way, Darrell Rivas, Sean Gilbert, Ty Law. I mean, that's another very long list. But Mike Smianik, let me say to you up close and personal, you are one of the best people a friend could ever have. And truly, the mentor of young men and a person who is passionate about what you did. So, as you would say, I'm sure many times to your players, leave nothing on the field. Give it everything you have. Well, guess what? You did. Not for just 60 minutes, but for decades. There will never be the likes of you again. The legacy of Mike Smianik will be talked about long after we are all gone. Now that is what you call an imprint. Thank you, Mike. And remember, I'm just a phone call away. And I could always use a little of your Mike Smianik charm and teaching ability. Have a great day from the Pratte Pack Gym.